Fat Baby Finesse, blue fleck. Just to do a little comparison and see which one's going to work better. Now there it is, initial cast, and welcome back to Fishing with Vance. It's a beautiful summer morning here in Pennsylvania. I'm about to launch the Pelican Bass Raider 10 out onto my original lake here. There's no wind. Water looks like glass. I'm a little late to the lake. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. They're calling for showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon, and hopefully none of them show up this morning, and I can get a good few hours of fishing in before any of the storms come. So let's see what happens today. I want to do a little bit of a comparison between a wacky worm and a Texas rig worm. So I want to really throw those two baits a lot, and I'll probably start out with some usual things here early to catch fish, just to get a few fish in a boat. But then after that, I am going to throw a lot of I want to do some comparisons, like I said, between the wacky style and the Texas rig style. So no more talking, let's get to fishing. Thanks for coming along today on fishingwithvance.com. Alright guys, last time I was here, I caught some on this bleeding tube early. Up on this back side of this island. So I'm going to just start here, and the strategy is going to be sometimes these fish are not all the way up on bank. Sometimes they haven't quite moved up yet this early in the day. Now it's a little later, but I'm not just going to cast the bank. I'm going to try to just feather my way in to see what we got. So, to catch any fish that are staged, that haven't quite moved up yet. So, like I said, there have been times that, oftentimes with this lure, this time of day, this tube will do well. So I'm going to try to save the SENKO and the Fat Baby Finesse worm for a little later, once the sun comes up a little bit more, and see if I can't get them with this tube. Now the way I'm fishing this, I'm just right now I'm just helicoptering it so that you can get that spiral so it goes down. You can also sort of pop it along. Move this down. Don't have that net ready. Hopefully that's a factor. But so I let the initial cast, I let it fall, because a lot of times you'll get your hit on that on the fall, just like this one. Well, must have been weeds. And there are some weeds out here, so, but when there's less weeds, you can pop this tube, which gives it that twitch motion, then it falls, twitch motion, then it falls. So you can fish this all the way back to the boat. There's a hit way out here, and there's a fish. Yeah, and there he was. He was way out here, and that was after that pop. That was after the was after the pop. That one straight up into his nose. Little guy, that's okay. Bass number 1's in the boat. Alright. He was way out here. So, well, sometimes, you know, if you're patient with these tubes, you can fish these all day. If you, once the fish have moved off, offshore, middle of the day, if you know, if you're gonna make a day of it, you could throw these things deep, and they're effective there too. You just sort of same thing. You got to find areas where there's not a lot of weeds, and throw it deep, and then pop it off the bottom, let it flutter back down. Pop it off the bottom, let it flutter back down. And it's a line twist here, but that's effective too. Sometimes it's tough to determine between, you know, weeds and the fish with that exposed hook. Up here. There we go. But again, I'm fishing this guy all the way back to the boat. The water's fairly deep here, so they may be in that water. I didn't check the water temperature. It's got to be pretty warm. It's been in the 90s during the day. Here it was really hot yesterday, so that water temperature's got to be up. I'll check it here in a little while. But right now, I just want to focus on fishing. It is a little cloudy, so I should get a little more, even though I was late to the lake. Truck going by. I was late to the lake. I should get a little more time before the fish just shut off in the middle of the day. It makes it tougher, way tougher to get them. Alright guys, there's one of the bass. Well, this guy was, again, further away from the bank. He wasn't up on the shore. He's a little nicer. Nothing huge. But he was not up on the bank. A little nicer, little tiny guy. Quarter pounder, maybe. Alright guys, I'm going to put down that tube. I don't have a lot of time to invest in any given lure today, because like I said, we got some thunderstorms coming in. So I'm going to move on to the next bait. If they're not all over that tube, then I'm going to start throwing the SENKO, red shad laminate, Wacky, and then also, like I said, I want to see how it does if I start to catch fish compared to the I don't know if this guy's pegged. Let me see. Compared to he's not, so I'm gonna peg him real fast. And when I say pegged, let me just show you what I'm doing. It's just nothing fancy. It's just a good old-fashioned finishing nail. There it is. Get one up there. And this just gives the bait a little bit more diving action. The weeds don't seem to be a problem, so I'm not worried about it getting down there, but I actually like the action better with that nail shoved in there. And when it's pegged like that, you get a little better diving action. As you can see there, or I can, but I can't see that. Alright. So, let's see how a wacky worm does. Alright guys, got my first bass here on the SENKO. And he was not nowhere near a bank. Definitely out in the middle. Feisty guy. So, pretty fish. Little guy. A little bigger than the last one, maybe. But definitely out in what would be deeper water in this lake. So I'm going to throw the back side of those barrels just because it does drop to about 8 feet right on the other side of the barrel, maybe 6 feet, and goes up onto rocks. That's what the barrels are there for, those of you guys new to the channel. And heard me talk about it before. It's a good spot just because, you know, the fish can get to deeper water, but they can come up on the rocks and feed and then go back down. So historically it's been this hole all the way down to the shoreline there. We used to call that the Point Park, after Point Park in Pittsburgh. But it all the way down there, it's deeper right on the other side of the rock line. It's an old rock quarry, and some of the old timers here tell me that way back in the day that rock line used to be for the old pump rail car to move rock in and out of this quarry. That's what they say. So it's believable just because this is an old rock quarry, and also when the water's real clear, you can see some railroad ties in there, some very old railroad ties way down in there. So what I'm fishing on today, this is my favorite setup. That's why I always have the SENKO set up on this, because I typically catch a lot of fish. Oh, he almost got my SENKO. Check it out. Oh man, near loss of the SENKO. All right, let me slide that back in the middle. And get a little bit of worm with it. I have this on a 6.9 medium light. Abu Garcia Veritas. I think this is the version 2 of this. This rod's a few years old. And I have it on the Fluger Patriarch, which is a very pricey rod. The Catter, those of you who follow the channel, he bought it for the old man here for a Christmas gift. But it is super nice. And I've done a review on it. If you want to see the review on that, go back and look at our product reviews. I did a review on this reel if you're interested. Go check that out. Alright, here's a hit. Go straight up again. He was pretty far away. This might be a panfish, so it's a little guy. I think I have him foul hook too. Huh? I got him. Little dude. Easy, buddy. Easy, partner. This little guy. Alright, little dude so far, but the thing about this lake, there's a lot of little dudes in here, and then there's another one there, and just when you think you're gonna get nothing but little guys like this, then you know Papa Pump shows up. This is a little dude, but I'll take the action all day. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't. They're all fun. Alright, let's keep it going. Looks like the SENKO's starting to catch a little fire here. This guy's trying to break. Let's see if we can get one more fish on him before I get a new one. Let's try one more on that. Oh, he hit it as soon as it hit the water. Oh, yeah. Looks like there's a bunch of little guys stacked along that line. See you, buddy. Alright, keep going. See if we can get another one before this SENKO needs retired. Or it gets broken off. Let's go right to this line. I've caught a bigger fish in here before. I'll leave the camera on because we're getting lots of action. Let me throw in between that barrel and that barrel. Alright guys, as the truck goes by, now switching over to the Fat Baby Finesse blue fleck. Just to do a little comparison and see which one's going to work better. Now there it is, initial cast, and blue fleck said, "Hey man, I don't play. That's why you're my go-to bait." But just as a comparison to this and the fish is dark, to this and the SENKO. So first cast, boom. Looks like I'm gonna need a new one already. Blue fleck because it has blue flecks in it, but it's a purple worm with some blue fleck in it. So let's get this guy back out there and go from there. So I'm just gonna rig it Texas rigged without the Texas rig on the hook. This is a Gamakatsu. I like the EWGs. I think this is a 584.11 is the hook. I think it's a 3/0. Or not a 3/0. I think it's a 1 or 2. Now this I have on the Fluger President, a good old-fashioned Fluger President, 59 bucks. On a Fenwick Eagle, this is a medium light rod. Actually, I think it's a light rod, just light. I don't think it's medium anything. Yeah, it says medium light. It's only a 6-foot rod. This guy's great for the river smallmouth fishing. Really great for all of it, really. Can't quite cast it as far as the other guys, as those Veritas. There's another hit. That's 2 casts, 2 hits. So I have to say the purple fleck is leading the way along this. Again, this same edge. Got the sun starting to peak up, but this bait has been tried and true. It works everywhere I fish. Works for smallmouth, it works for largemouth. It just works. It's gonna work. I like the Fat Baby Finesse because it has a little bit more girth to it, and you can cast it better. Seems to sink better, and you tend to catch. You still catch smaller fish on it, but the original finesse worm, it's pretty small. It'd be better served for, say, drop shotting and things like that. But this worm sinks a little faster, a little better. Now I fish at Mojo, one split shot about 6 inches above the hook. I don't put a bullet weight on it. It's just how I like to do it. Other guys like Realistic Fishing, he puts a bullet weight on his, truly Texas rig. There's a little guy, but he smoked the blue fleck worm. There we go, little dude. But if somebody told me, okay, you can only fish with one lure for the rest of your life, it would be this. Matter of fact, anybody that's, if you've watched the video this long, leave a comment. What would be your one lure that if you could only fish one from here to the end of days, what would it be? From an artificial perspective, you can't pick shiners, you know, or live worms or anything like that. I'm talking artificial. What would be your one lure that you would fish for the rest of your life? So put that in the comment. I'd love to hear that. For me, it has to be this blue fleck Fat Baby Finesse, just because it's so versatile for me. I've caught everything on this, from trout to smallmouth, largemouth, even caught catfish on it. You name it. All right, best fish of the day here. Easy, buddy. Getcha. Definitely my best fish of the day. I got him pulling the blue fleck. He was going nowhere with that classic hook set, but pulling the purple worm through some weeds up there, up shallow. So definitely all spawned out then, but I think one of my better fish of the day. Nice one. It's definitely quarter pounder with cheese. Take it. Well, so far no fish out of here at all. So we'll give this one more cast, and then it's gotten plenty of chances. I spoke too soon. That's a nice one. That's a good one. Come on up here, buddy. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that was a pretty nice one there. Nice chubby guy. At the top of the mouth like it's supposed to. This chubby guy. Alright. I was just about to put the SENKO down. Oh, missed him. A nice bass. Nice guy. I know there's some rocks over there. See ya, buddy. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I have to say, in a direct comparison between the blue fleck Fat Baby Finesse from KVD Perfect Plastics and the Gary Yakimono Red Shad Laminate SENKO rigged Wacky, I'm gonna have to give the edge to the blue fleck for today. It's definitely outperformed it today. I've caught a lot of fish on it. On the blue one, I think I'm gonna catch another one here, but I think he's little. No, just a little guy. It was just weeds. So I have to give the edge to the blue fleck today, just for today, but they both caught fish, but the blue fleck caught more. So I'm going to wrap the video here today. Don't forget, put a comment down below if you could only fish with one bait for the rest of your life. What would it be? For me, it's this right here, the Fat Baby Finesse purple with blue fleck. Let me know what yours would be. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave some comments. Hope you guys are having a good fishing season. I know I am. And I appreciate you watching. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Oh, as I'm getting a hit, I'm going to wrap it up as I catch one more little bass on the side. So I appreciate you watching. And thanks for joining me today as I reel in another little guy here on the blue fleck on fishingwithvance.com. Bow out.